They're off. That's Uncle Harley for the early lead. Coming away as they drive for position was J.D. Fashion on the outside. Third as they drive into that first turn goes Mr. Expert, and around the turn the early leader J.D. Fashion. Uncle Harley second. Racing in third to the quarter on the outside is Virgie's Thunder. Mr. Expert is fourth. On the outside, that's Virgie's Thunder moving up the challenge. Rough gated there momentarily. Now Mr. Expert's on the move. That's Virgie's Thunder on the outside. Mr. Expert moves up second. J.D. Fashion along the rail third. Uncle Harley is fourth. Racing fifth to the half-mile juncture. On the rail is Randomar's Dream. They go over to the half-mile. On the front end, J.D.'s Fashion the leader. Racing in second round the turn, Virgie's Thunder coming on third as they go by the half-mile. Mr. Expert on the outside, Randomar's Dream is fourth. Racing in fifth to the three-quarters goes Uncle Harley. They move to the three-quarters. That's Mr. Expert under urging, taking a length lead. Racing in second to the corner on the rail is J.D.'s Fashion. Randomar's Dream is third. That's Uncle Harley three wide fourth. Racing in fifth is Virgie's Thunder. The three-quarters, 1:30 and 3/5. The leader, Mr. Expert, a half length. On the outside, Uncle Harley's racing rather wide second. In third through the lane is Randomar's Dream. That's Mr. Expert under urging on the outside. Uncle Harley's closing ground second. Racing in third position, Randomar's Dream. Looks like Mr. Expert and Uncle Harley. On the turn. They're off. He'll Be Worthy is off stride at the start. That's Illini Valiant moving up to get the lead. On the outside, coming away well into the turn, was Bad LaRue Brown, and Bad LaRue Brown takes the lead. Illini Valiant is second. Racing in third is Brett's Brome. In fourth as they go over to the quarter-mile pole. Who's a Fella? Down to the quarter they go on the front end. The leader by a length is Bad LaRue Brown. Racing in second, Illini Valiant in third. Brett's Brome racing fourth. Who's a Fella? Racing in fifth. That's Butch Bow in sixth. As they go to the 3/8 marker comes Red Wolfman. The trailing horse is He'll Be Swift. They go over to the half-mile. Bad LaRue Brown, the leader. Illini Valiant is second. That's Brett's Brome third. Who's a Fella fourth. On the outside, Randy Bow is fifth. Red Wolfman is sixth. The half-mile, 1, 2, and 2/5. Brett's Bow moves up on the outside to challenge Bad LaRue Brown. Illini Valiant third. That's Randy Bow coming on fourth. In fifth is Who's a Fella. Sixth to the three-quarter-mile pole is Red Wolfman. The trailing horse is He'll Be Worthy. Into the three-quarters, Bad LaRue Brown stays a length and a quarter. Racing in second, Illini Valiant. In third as they go by the three-quarters, that's Brett's Brome with Who's a Fella fourth. They turn for home. Bad LaRue Brown, the leader by 2 lengths. Racing in second is Illini Valiant. In third through the lane comes Who's a Fella. That's Who's a Fella moving sharply on the outside. Down along the rail, Bad LaRue Brown, a driving finish, but it's Who's a Fella. They're off. Along the inside for the lead goes Gin Lover with Rorty Time. Coming away third, Frosty Whiff, an Incredible Striker. And into that first turn, Gin Lover leads. Rorty's Time is second, Frosty Whiff third. Gin Lover has the lead, but now that's Rorty's Time moving to the front. Rorty's Time, the new leader. Gin Lover is second with Frosty Whiff third. Incredible Striker fourth. Aura Roarin' Time is fifth. The quarter was in 30 and 4/5. The leader is Rorty's Time. In second to the 3/8 pole goes Gin Lover. In third, Frosty Riff. Incredible Striker fourth. On the outside, the Big Bad Wolf comes on fifth. Racing in sixth, Aura Roarin' Time. Big Bad Wolf on the outside, followed by Wolf Hunter seventh. Racing eighth is the Wood Jack, and trailing the field, Very Perry. They go by the half mile, 1, 2, and 4/5. The leader by a length is Rorty Time. On the outside, the Big Bad Wolf. Racing in third to the 3/4, that's Gin Lover. Coming on fourth, Incredible Striker. Racing fifth to the corner is Frosty Whiff. They go to the 3/4. The leader now by a half length is Big Bad Wolf. Racing in second position, Rorty's Time. 3/4 on the board, 1:32 and 4. They turn for home. The leader a length is the Big Bad Wolf with Rorty's Time second. Incredible Striker is third. On the outside, Aura Roarin' Time in the lane on the front end with the short lead. That's Big Bad Wolf. Incredible Striker racing second. In third through the lane, Aura Roarin' Time, but it's Incredible Striker. They're off. That's Irate Dancer for the early lead. Towards the inside, Laura Faze. Coming away third, Keep a Secret with Get Physical. And into that first turn, the leader, Irate Dancer, a length. Laura Faze is second by 2. Keep a Secret is third. Racing in fourth, Get Physical. Racing in fifth as they go over to the quarter-mile juncture. That's Miss Xavier. Then it's She'll Be Super sixth. Candy Trip seventh, Gamby's Jezebel and Rejoice. The quarter 29 and 4/5. Irate Dancer leads a length. Laura Faze is second. In third, Keep a Secret. Get Physical racing fourth and pulls from fourth. In fifth, Miss Xavier racing sixth to the half mile. She'll Be Super. Around the turn, Irate Dancer leads. Get Physical challenging second. Racing in third is Laura Faze. On the outside, Miss Xavier fourth. The half 1, 1 and 1/5. It's Irate Dancer, 3 parts of a length. Get Physical out there second. Laura Faze towards the inside third. Keep a Secret is fourth. Miss Xavier fifth. She'll Be Super is sixth. Candy Trip is seventh. Then it's Rejoice and Gamby's Jezebel. They're double-decked into the 3/4. Irate Dancer's had the best of it, still does, a length. Laura Faze is second, the 3/4, 1:32. It's Irate Dancer, a length. Laura Faze is second towards the inside. Keep a Secret third. They're in the stretch. Irate Dancer shows the way with Laura Faze racing second. That's Irate Dancer moving out to a 4-length advantage. Keep a Secret moves up second, but it's Irate Dancer.
They're off. Between horses, Armadale Sky out quickly. Along the rail, Better Be Victory came away. Friendly Magoo also is right there. They move around the first turn. Better Be Victory has it a length and a quarter. Friendly Magoo right there in second. Armadale Sky parked out there in third. Dartaway Last trotting in fourth, followed by Flashy Gay Star in fifth. Entering the stretch now the first time, Better Be Victory has it a length and a quarter. On the outside, Armadale Sky now back to second. They're by the quarter, 30-3. Here's Armadale Sky taking the lead, racing in second, Better Be Victory. Friendly Magoo drives from third by 2. Dartaway Lass is fourth. Racing in fifth on the outside comes Flashy Gay Star. Miss Betty Lou trotting in sixth. In seventh along the rail finds Carmel Corn. Race off stride now. That's Ragtime Ronnie. Racing in eighth on the inside, Amanda Brown. Van Gogh is ninth, and Ragtime Ronnie trails the field. Over to the half-mile pole. Friendly Magoo now by 2 lengths. They're at the half, 101-3. They settle down the backstretch. Friendly Magoo a length and a half. On the outside, Flashy Gay Star comes on second. Racing in third along the rail, Armadale Sky. In fourth on the inside, Better Be Victory. Dartaway Lass out there with cover in fifth by 2. Racing in sixth on the outside is Miss Betty Lou. They move to the far turn. On the front end, Friendly Magoo by 2 lengths. Flashy Gay Star out there in second. Armadale Sky racing in third. Dartaway Lass comes on fourth. The 3/4, 132-3. Friendly Magoo now by 2.5. Armadale Sky trotting in second. They turn for home. Friendly Magoo by 3.5. Armadale Sky racing in second. Better Be Victory comes on third. Dartaway Lass closing ground on the outside fourth. Through the stretch, Friendly Magoo by 5. Here's Dartaway Lass closing, a late move by Carmel Corn. Friendly Magoo with Dartaway Lass and Carmel Corn closing. Friendly Magoo in front.
They're off. That's Puddler towards the inside with Rambling Road. On the outside, coming away sharply into the turn, is Snitzer Deal. Snitzer Deal is up to get the lead. Rambling Road moves up second. On the outside, third to the quarter mile. Thorpe Grove, Puddler is fourth with Bluto fifth and Dancing Renvey. They move down to the quarter. Up on the outside to take the early is Thorpe Grove, the quarter 29 4/5. Snitzer Deal is second. Rambling Road third in fourth. Puddler Racing fifth. Dancing Renvey coming on sixth is Bluto. On the outside, Rock Hollywood seventh. Disco Dancer is eighth. Mighty Captain and Easter Flow. They move over for the half. Thorpe Grove stays a length. Snitzer Deal Racing second. Rambling Road is third. Bluto moves up fourth. The half mile, 1 2/5. They go to the 3/4. The leader is Thorpe Grove. Up on the outside to be second now is Bluto in third to the upper turn. Snitzer Deal Racing in fourth to the 3/4. That's Rock Hollywood, and now Bluto takes the lead. Thorpe Grove Racing second. Rock Hollywood comes on third along the rail. Snitzer Deal is fourth. Moving up sharply, fifth Disco Dancer. 3/4, 130-2 off. Stride there on the bend was Thorpe Grove. The back of the pack impeded. They turn for home. That's Rock Hollywood taking the lead. Bluto Racing second in third through the lane. Off down on the racetrack. Gentlemen, there's a loose horse behind you, Mr. Longo. A loose horse, Mr. Longo. That's Rock Hollywood in front. Gentlemen, the outrider has the loose horse. The outrider has the loose horse, gentlemen. They're off. Along the inside for the early lead goes He'll Be Frisky. Cover to cover, came away well, getting off between horses into that first turn. On the outside is the Wizard of Odds, racing in fourth to the quarter-mile juncture on the rail. Bionic Champ. Racing up fifth is J.C. Pee Wee, and into the quarter-mile cover-to-cover leads. Up on the outside now, He'll Be Frisky to challenge second. Coming on to be third, the Wizard of Odds. J.C. Pee Wee moves up fourth. Racing fifth to the 3/8 pole on the inside. Bionic Champ racing in sixth position to the half-mile. Goes Direct Lightning into the half-mile on the front end. The leader ahead is He'll Be Frisky. Wizard of Odds out there second. Cover to cover is third. J.C. Pee Wee on the outside fourth. Bionic Champ is fifth. Racing in sixth to the three-quarter-mile juncture. Direct Lightning in seventh on the rail. That's Jimmy Bob moving three wide eighth as they go over to the three-quarter-mile pole now. That's Flying Dare, and into the three-quarters, the leader is He'll Be Frisky, racing in second round the turn. Cover to cover on the outside. Third as they go by the three-quarter-mile pole. Bionic Champ is taking the inside route. He'll get there. That's Bionic Champ moving right through. Bionic Champ in front. They're off. That's Babs Bunny with Springfield Countess and the Night Shadow out strongly for the early lead. Coming away fourth as they look for position into the turn on the outside of horses comes Lady Vance, and around the turn, that's Babs Bunny on the outside taking the early lead. She goes wide. Lady Vance has been bothered. Going down to the quarter, Springfield Countess, the leader. Racing up on the outside, Lady Vance. In between horses, Babs Bunny racing fourth. Maple Lane Deborah in fifth to the 3/8 pole goes Night Shadow racing in sixth. That's Kay Janae with Jacktown Miss seventh. Joy Tross and Tanui Dream. The quarter was in 28 and the fifth. Springfield Countess is out there by two. Racing in second, Maple Lane Deborah. In third to the half is Lady Vance. The half 57 and 4. They're Modocking. They go to the three-quarters. Staying out there is Springfield Countess. Maple Lane Deborah is second. On the outside, that's Kay Janae coming on third. Racing in fourth to the upper turn is Night Shadow. In fifth position goes Jacktown Miss. The leader is Springfield Countess. On the outside, the challenger second, Kay Janae. The three-quarters, 128 and a fifth. They turn for home at Springfield Countess, the leader. Kay Janae out there second towards the rail. Maple Lane Deborah is third. Springfield Countess keeps that lead. Maple Lane's Deborah is closing on the outside. It's Springfield Countess with Maple Lane's Deborah, but it's Springfield Countess. They're off. That's Beauty Nap in prime land between horses. Sailor Boy on the wood, 2 on the outside. They drive into that first turn. That's 2 moving up on the outside to take the early lead. Trotting in second to the quarter-mile pole, Beauty Nap. In third along the rail, the Sailor Boy hung out there fourth. Prime Land, Chuck Stake is fifth. Neville Paid Dirt sixth. No Devil, the trailer, they go over for the quarter-mile. On the front end, the leader by a length to the 3/8 pole is 2 up on the outside. The Prime Land challenging second. Racing in third along the rail is Beauty Nap. In fourth to the 3/4 goes Chuck Stake on the rail. Sailor Boy is fifth. Neville Paid Dirt sixth, trailing the field. That's the No Devil into the half-mile. 2 shows the way a length. Beauty Nap second ahead on the outside. Third to the 3/4 goes Prime Land. They go by the half in a minute and 2/5. Over to the 3/4, 2 stays out there a length. Racing in second on the outside is Prime Land. Along the rail, Beauty Nap is third. Racing in fourth to the 3/4 mile pole goes Chuck Stake. Final 3/8 of a mile. They're tightly bunched with 2 leading. Racing in second and now going 3 wide is Chuck Stake, followed by No Devil. They turn for home on the front end with a short lead. That's 2 on the outside. Coming on quickly is Chuck Stake, and it's Chuck Stake that takes the lead. That's Chuck Stake down along the rail. Beauty Nap moves through second. Chuck Stake, Beauty Nap along the inside, closing a driving finish. The judges will... They're off. That's Rod Ranger and Skipper Ram with Promise between horses. Coming off fourth on the outside for position goes Fox Valley Bullet with D.D. Winner's Boy. And Fox Valley Bullet takes the early lead. Skipper Ram is second. Up on the outside with an early move, Promise third. In fourth, Rod Ranger, D.D. Winner's Boy is fifth. Racing up to be sixth as they go over to the 3/8 pole. That's Snow Harry, the leader by 2 lengths is Promise on the outside. D.D. Winner's Boy racing second. In third to the clubhouse turn comes Fox Valley Bullet. Snow Harry is fourth. That's Skipper Ram racing fifth. Coming on sixth as they go to the turn. Kathy Skipper down along the rail seventh. After a half is Rod Ranger. Surrender is eighth. Trailing the field is Okie Time, the half-mile, 58-4. Promise leads the neck. D.D. Winner's Boy is second a length. In third, Snow Harry down along the rail under urging. Fox Valley Bullet is fourth. Racing in fifth, Kathy Skipper in sixth as they go to the corner on the outside. Surrender and around the turn. Promise leads a length and a half. Snow Harry racing second. In third, that's D.D. Winner's Boy with Kathy Skipper fourth. They turn for home on the front end. The leader by 3 lengths in the stretch is Promise. Racing in second through the lane, D.D. Winner's Boy. Racing in third position on the front end, it's Promise.